Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IX on the Serious JG. It's time for our first actual real boss fight of this game. Not quite Ochu, but kind of Ochu-esque. We do, of course, want to steal from this thing. We're always going to want to steal from stuff in this game. It's going to go for Pollen, which is the same attack that other jerk had. I just blinded Steiner. We couldn't steal anything anyway. Let's use sword magic, see if that makes him incapable of missing somehow. It does. Or that just worked. Ow. We stole eye drops. It's not really the big deal item to try to steal from this guy. Trying to steal an iron helm from him, basically. But we can't steal anything, because we suck. Going for the dreaded left tentacle, which killed Zidane. Need him back. Phew, I made it just in time. Step aside, I'll take care of this. He apparently always appears when you lose a party member in this fight. But he can steal too, so it's kind of nice to have him. We couldn't steal anything though. There's also a little trick in this game. If you use a tent on an enemy, there's a... Like, I didn't know about this playing through it years ago, but there's a 50-50 chance it inflicts, like, weird status elements on the enemy. It'll heal them, but it'll also can damage them. Bitten by silence, darkness, poison, snake. So it's immune from poison, but we've silenced it, and that the biggest threat from this thing is its magic. So we just kind of broke this fight in a way I didn't know about until I read the guide, because it's not really a part of the game that I remember from playing as a kid. Like, I guess it was always part of the game, it was like I just didn't know about it. And I wasted a potion here. Shame, shame. So yeah, this is a thing that you can use against quite a few bosses early in the game to kind of mess them up, because now it's blind and silenced. And silence actually does something useful in this game. There seems to be a lot of Final Fantasy games where it doesn't do what it advertises. But in this game, like, if it's just a regular old magic spell and not a special monster attack, yeah, they can't do it if they're silenced. And I think that's it. Iron Helm is probably the last thing we can steal from it. Oh god. So we kind of crippled the spore thing, because its magic attacks can have a very low success rate against us right now. And we killed it. Thanks, of course, to Blank. We got no experience, but we got 5 app. And as you can see, Blank's head consists mostly of a giant, like, band across his forehead. Got Phoenix down to replace the one that we had to use. But that big hold yourself. Zidane, give her the stuff. What, you mean right here in front of Vivi and Steiner? Just whip it out? Oh, wait. The medicine. Hack, hack. What's that big trick outfit? It's my fruit juice. Is she gonna be okay? Oh man, what now? Ugh. Jeez, we're gonna be surrounded. Let's get out of here. Go. What are you waiting for? Yeah, I was gonna say, are we leaving him behind? No, okay. Yeah, that's a special screen where if you have equipment that gets you health back, like, I'm trying to figure out how you would have it at this point. But you can fight infinite encounters in that room because they will keep coming after you forever. So you can, it's a place where you can grind early if you want to. Probably, yeah, unless these guys are going to inflict blind, I should probably get Steiner, our main attacker, to start being able to hit stuff. Very dramatic music playing here. Let's see what they have to steal. The steal mechanic is very important. I shouldn't worry about it on screen, because it's the kind of thing to spam a lot of on the slot I am going to use later. Because stealing successfully improves one of Zidane's late-game skills, and it just gives you lots and lots of items. So we already stole a potion from this guy. Some guys have, like, oh, a high potion? Okay, and ore. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies that have ore, but there's, like, a super low chance to get it. And ores, there's other ways to get it. Like, it's not that valuable. It's... I can't remember what it's for, but you do need some of it. Like, smithing ingredients. Smithing is a thing later, sort of, kind of. Like, you never smith anything, but you have to give a merchant 2 of an item, and they can use it to make you a weapon of some kind with gold. So these guys are not particularly worth stealing from, I guess. There's nice dramatic music here. Creating some narrative tension, like an infinitely respawning enemies are chasing us out of this place. What are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? Something's wrong. What? The entire force is coming after us. Blank. Take care of everyone. What did he mean by that? Like he didn't even... It's like he didn't stay behind to fight the enemies while I went ahead. He just talked like he was doing that, but then didn't. Oh, they look a lot more impressive and scary here, because they're significantly bigger. The force is petrifying behind us as we leave? Well, the enemy we killed was called Forest Brain, so apparently we really did a number on this, Why did we talk to him like we were going to stay behind and nobly sacrifice ourselves, but we're making him stay behind, even though he's not intentionally sacrificing himself? Go deep, Zidane. There's a lot of stuff that could have got caught on, like vine cover. Thanks for the toss, buddy. I'm not going to try to save you. Yeah, I guess all this was triggered by us defeating the boss. Like, that was the brain of the forest, which is a singular living organism. I'm not sure this will ever be explained. But at any rate, the forest filled with evil vines and then petrified. So there doesn't seem to be any way back in. And I'm not sure what... Yeah, it petrified poor Blank. And I'm not sure what we're supposed to think happened to the rest of our band. Because I believe we never get back in there. Damn it, that idiot. I told him to take care of everyone, but instead, he ran off and left me to do it. Blank. Blankety blank blank. Motherfucker. I hope she gets well soon. Our tent is a giant wizard hat. It's all his fault. It's not that giant, actually. I mean, it's giant for a hat, but for a tent, it's pretty small. Have you nothing to say, you filth? Dots. Oh, Dots. But Princess! Dot. Steiner? Oh, shit. Dots. How did I survive, Dots? You brought me here. It is my small duty to protect you at any cost by bringing you to incredible dangerous places. It's not his fault.
What are you talking about? It was Vivi's magic and my deck that got you out of there, Princess.
I thank you both. You, Vivi, and Zidane's dagger. I do not thank Zidane or Steiner. That monkey deserves no praise. By the way, does anyone think it's odd he has a monkey tail? Because we have encountered hippo people and rat people in large numbers. I believe they are actually accepted as species, but he appears to be a unique, weird monkey dude. No, that's what happened. Oh, damn, my voice. If you and your band end up the princess, and I dare you claim that you have rescued her, when we get back to Alexandria, I will... Steiner. I left the castle of my own will. Sorry, Steiner takes it on me.
What a coincidence, eh? We went to snatch her, and she wanted to be snatched.
Snatcher, why are you talking like a character from a Kojima game?
No reason. Why? I don't feel like I sound like a character from a Kojima game at all.
Impossible! It's true.
So what do you say, Rusty? Friends? Come on, let's just enjoy this camping trip while it lasts.
Can't bet you accept shooter, even you must know something about the myth. The vicious monsters it spawns, the abnormalities it stirs in the mind and body. If we don't get away from it, we can all get monkey tails. Or worse, if we do too much of the myth, we may end up with shrunken testicles and back knee. Princess, we must leave this dangerous place at once.
You've got to be kidding. She hasn't even fully recovered yet.
But she can't recover in the mist, you dumbass! Silence! Who asked for your opinion?
Alright, tell me, how do you plan to get out of here? We're standing in a valley surrounded by tall cliffs. Last I heard, North Gate and South Gate were sealed off.
That's...
Yeah, that's what I thought. Gargo 13 special. The princess can barely walk right now. You went through this. You should know. We need to go to the first aid menu and deliver various first aid items. I think we should rest here for now. Perhaps we can all enjoy some tree frogs.
Eating frogs will be a major theme later in this game. I will never follow you.
Steiner, state your sworn duty.
What else to protect Princess Garnet, till Alexandros orders me to do otherwise. Wait, I think Garnet and Alexandros is her name. Dots, very well. Until the princess recovers, I will guard this place with my life.
Sounds good to me. Vivi, let's get some rest.
I have nothing to say during any of this. So he just stands there with his hands behind his back, just being all pissy. That's his guard stance.
How are you feeling?
Wow, I feel like a woman. I mean, good. Good, thanks for that medicine you gave me.
Could this be... Yeah, I was surprised too. After we beat that big plant guy, the forest got completely petrified. Vivi told me that we were able to escape because of your friend. Dots. His name is Blank.
No, I think Vivi was talking about Steiner, actually.
We must go help him. We can't do anything for him right now.
But I can't...
Blank was the closest friend I ever had. We fought together in Zanzibar land. I was forced to defeat him when he went to work for Big Boss. Hopefully he'll never become a cyborg ninja. We'll come back for him. I'm sure there's a way to cure him. Let's get going. According to the map that Blank gave me, there's a cavern to the south. Or should I say a squirrel? Maybe we can get above the mist through the cavern.
You know, like, whatever that... I think she's supposed to be wearing kind of a soft leather, like some kind of white silk or thread shirt with some kind of, like, leather pantaloons that also covers her upper body somewhat. But somehow she manages to have an intense wedgie going on.
Are you alright? That wedgie looks like it must be really painful.
Like, I don't know why they would sex up her model when they're going for super deformed, non-realistic characters. I don't think you're intended... I mean, I shouldn't say this. There are people who had, like, sexual fantasies about Tifa from Final Fantasy VII, and just because they gave her, like, ludicrously huge breasts, but, like, it was a character model made up of a couple of polygons. But no, like, with Garnet, I feel like they're trying to get across that she's beautiful and sexy, and, like, I don't think we're meant to actually be attracted to the small, cartoonish, pretty girl, but who the hell knows with Animu fans.
Everything's gonna be fine, trust me.
Look, there's something coming. Destroy! Wait, Kupo. I'm impressed, Kupo. First time I've seen anyone escape from Evil Forest. Well, weren't you in there? How did you escape? You all must be strong, Kupo. But I don't get cocky, Kupo. Lots of stronger monsters ahead. That doesn't warn a Kupo, though. Before you go out into the world, Mogster will teach you a few things. That also doesn't warrant a Kupo. Active time event. Teach me Mogster, level 1. Or lesson 1, excuse me. Hey, bro, what you gonna teach me today? Lots of neat stuff. You're gonna love this lecture. Oh, God. 800,000 parts. Alright, we'll get through as fast as we can. When you see the right direction in the menu, press down direction, and I'll come help you anytime. After you're done with my help, press this so I can leave. I'm usually pretty busy, so try not to keep you too long. First, I'll go over battle controls. Here's what buttons do. You shake your head, though. I'll tell you that much. Next, I'll talk about Squirrel. ATP stands for Squirrel. Time during battle is managed by the ATP system. There are 2 ATP modes, Squirrel and Squirrel. You can select them in the Squirrel menu. Okay, always real time, and time waits while you're selecting magic and items. It's kind of nice that you have that option. It doesn't really... This game isn't... Like, that's probably kind of handy when you're taking on, like, the super boss, Ozma, but otherwise, probably doesn't really matter too much. If you're a beginner, I think you should choose Squirrel. Squirrel is for more advanced players. Now let's go over Squirrel. Numbers and details pop up during battle whenever your HP and MP change. Numbers appear in 2 different colors. HP change, white is damage, green is recovery, MP change, white is loss, green indicates recovery. How would we know if it's HP or MP? There, you can miss, you can have a critical, you can get KO'd. It will guard when status effects and status attacks and elemental effects have no effect when guarding. That's neat to know. I did not know that. It'd be really handy to know when fighting like Marlboros or something. Finally, I'll give you some tips regarding Squirrel. The order option involves not only the squirrel, but also the squirrel. There are 2 battle positions, front row and back row. Okay, back row can only deal small damage, but you receive less damage from attacks. There's some character weapons that do the same damage from both rows. And basically you want your magic... And magic is the same from the back row, so you want people in the back row if they use magic. You can change the setting with the scroll option. You can also switch between the front row and back row during battle by selecting scroll. If you use magic or long-range weapons, you can deal just as much damage from the back row as you can from the front row. In tough battles, adjusting battle positions appropriately might save your life. Okay, I think I've covered enough battle stuff. What about abilities? Squirrel are special powers the characters possess. Using them wisely is the key to victory. There are tons of different abilities, but generally they fall into 2 categories. Types of ability. Action will consume MP. And support must equip magic skills to use support abilities. You need Squirrel to use magic and special moves. Maximum MP increases as you level up. Support abilities must be equipped with Squirrel to be functional. Like MP, the maximum number of these stones increases as you level up. The main menu and shows 2 numbers for magic stones, the remaining number and the maximum number. Magic stones. I can probably explain that as we use it. Set the magic stones on support abilities. Select Squirrel in the main menu and select Squirrel. There are round slots next to support ability. The ability is equipped if a magic stone appears inside the slot. The menu shows which support abilities have been equipped. Okay. Next, I'll tell you how to learn abilities. In general, you have to equip items to learn abilities. Most items hold special powers that help draw out your inborn abilities. You could say the items work to free your latent abilities. There's no real good explanation for why it works. Like, I've always found this system to be decent. Some of the Tales games use it too. Tales of Vesperia did. But they don't usually bother to come up with a very good lore reason. Like, fight a certain number of battles with this sword equipped and you will learn to do this special technique. Like, I guess. Sometimes they can probably make it make more sense than others. Like, you're fighting if you're using a flame staff that's full of flame magic powers, I guess the idea that it mystically awakens the flame magic within you is one thing, but it's like, I'm fighting with an iron sword so I can learn how to parry, but then I start fighting with a silver sword and I learn how to do extra damage against bugs. That's a little bit more of a stretch. The abilities you cannot learn are grayed out. I think I skipped some there, but that's okay. Abilities can be used as soon as you equip the item. However, they cannot be used once you remove the item. To use abilities without equipping items, you must learn them by gaining enough Squirrel for each ability. You can gain AP through battle. Press X in the status menu to view all the learn. Yeah, like you've sort of already figured a lot of this out by the time you get this far. It's pretty late for a tutorial on this, but I guess if they pack, like, you got to space out your tutorials a bit. On a final note, each ability requires different amounts of AP to learn. Trance. When Squirrel occurs, the character transforms. Your powers increase while you're under trance. In addition to greater attack power, you receive new battle commands. It's really amazing how much you can change. Here are some facts about trance. Fun facts about trance. Trance gauge, the Squirrel increases as you take hits from the enemy. The trance gauge does not increase if you get hit by other party members, which means that you can't manipulate it and go into boss battles ready for trance. If you get affected by Squirrel, the trance gauge drops down completely. When the trance gauge fills completely, it's party time. So yeah, as somebody already mentioned in the comments, trance is this game's overdrive system, but they really set it up so that you can't manipulate it to your benefit. It's just, it happens, and if it happens, fine, you get like a couple of turns of extra damage. But like using tricks to have it pop when you need it for like really high-end boss battles or super boss fights, kind of not a thing. Conditions to stop prevent trance. End of a battle. Trance gauge goes back down to 0. During battle, trance gauge decreases 0 as you take actions during battle. You could say that the origin of trance comes from hostility. The hostile energy of the enemy's attack induces trance. That's why being attacked by your allies can't cause trance. But what if you hate your allies? I think Steiner should be able to get sent into trance by Zidane. Also, I heard that there is an ability that helps you achieve trance faster. By the way, the trance gauge appears both in battle and in the squirrel, which is under the main menu. Unfortunately, not everyone can achieve trance. Yeah, the temporary characters who aren't meant to be in the party long term don't get trance. I guess it's only for the chosen ones. Yes, that's right. Only white Anglo-Saxon Protestants can use trance. It is not available to non-white people, Catholics, Jews, etc. Sorry. I'm kidding. Or maybe it's just a myth. I've never seen anyone achieve it. I think I'm just making all this shit up. Icon that appears over the head. New. Oh yeah, that exclamation mark icon means that a guard has detected you. During your adventure, you run into a lot of suspicious-looking things. That's when a squirrel might pop up over your head. And we get a few of them. Press X when you see that icon and something will happen. The old icons pop up a lot, so stay alert. Also, there are some areas where you might not be able to see where you are. Whenever that happens, pop out the squirrel. Press down arrow to call the here icon. You can pop out the here icon anytime by pressing the down arrow. Also, or the down arrow, like that button in the middle of PS4 controller. Also, you can turn on off the icon in the scroll menu. Save Moogles. Don't save Moogles, save frames. You can find our buddies everywhere in this world. Talk to them whenever you have any problems. Here are some things they can handle. Your nads. They can save your game, you can use tent at a Moogle to restore HP and MP, and you can exchange letters with other people through Mognet. That's about it. Unfortunately, you won't be able to save or use a tent in some places. If you press square on the world map, Mogwo will come help you. Try not to overdo it. You might get mad if you call him too many times. Yeah, there is a thing where if you call him and don't save, he will complain. And I guess if you do it like 20 times in a row, he'll stop coming. But only for a few minutes. You can't like permanently lock yourself out of saving the game, as silly as that would be. But that's just a little thing they do, I guess, to give those guys some personality. But we're kind of done. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. Yeah, I know. I'm that awesome. I have a gift for you, Kupo. Take this flute. It's the lore reason why pressing square will summon that one Moogle. With this flute, you can call us anywhere in the world, Kupo. Press square to play it. Happy trails, Kupo. Thank you. Kupopo. I'm gonna ditch you now. Bye. Kupopo. What the? Who's it? I guess he fell asleep. Your friends already left, Kupo. I would like to join with your party, Martin. Princess, wait. And we're told how to navigate. And we are on Mist Continent. I've been trying to summon this guy, he wouldn't show up. Can I help you, Kuparo? We will throw down a save so that we can call it a video. Alright, so when we come back next time, we have our first bit of, like, exploring on the overworld available to us. And this is a pretty small area we're in, where we can't get far here, but at least we actually have free roam on the world map for the first time ever. When we come back next time, we'll do a little bit of exploring as we try to figure out... Well, I don't know what we're trying to do. Steiner wants to get Garnet back to Alexandria, her home, because that's what he's sworn to do. Dagger... Well, Vivi's just kind of following Dagger around, it seems like. And Dagger... Vivi wasn't even doing that. Vivi's just kind of, like, along for the ride in general. He was... When Dagger's like, I'm going to go rescue that princess, Vivi's like, good luck! Like, he was willing to hang out with the thieves or whatever. He's just kind of along for the ride now. He'll get a little bit of purpose and story later. We're not sure what Garnet wants. I guess she's trying to get to Lindblum, she said? So I think that's what... Yeah, Dagger and Garnet want to get to Lindblum. The one thing that they've all agreed on is they need to get out of the mist, because apparently it's a really bad scene. So hopefully we can escape from the mist next time. See you then.